Guys, how are you today? February 18, 2021. Bitcoin Kid here. Okay, guys, thank you so much for wishing me a happy birthday yesterday. Thanks again, and also thanks again for the subs. That was awesome. So let's get into it. Okay, so on this channel, basically, I just kind of go over some news that what's going on in Bitcoin, the Bitcoin world, and Ethereum, other cryptocurrencies to look out for. And basically, what I'm trying to do here is to kind of show you guys my journey, what I'm doing, how to, trying to flip, cryptos into getting into the ultimate goal is to get one entire Bitcoin. So what I've been doing in the beginning, I used to, basically sell the profits of Bitcoin because, I at that time we didn't know that Bitcoin was going to go, parabolic and up to these, these types. I thought it was going to do the same thing like 2017. It was just going to go up and down, maybe crash down, 80%. So that's kind of was the mentality behind it. But now we're seeing that, a lot of these analysts are predicting that Bitcoin, it could be $1 million by 2025. So I started, changing the strategy and saying, okay, I'm going to invest in smaller coins, smaller altcoins, and as they, increase in value, I would flip, those profits into maybe the second largest coin, like for example, like Ethereum, and wait for Ethereum to pop, and then when Ethereum moves, I would take those profits and kind of do the same strategy that we were doing with the profits from Cash App when we were selling the Bitcoin. But now what I'm doing is I'm converting all those gains into a higher coin that could possibly moon as well, and then from there into Bitcoin. So I'm starting to build up the Bitcoin. I'm not selling the Bitcoin because it's getting away from us very quickly. Soon this Bitcoin's going to be $65,000, $70,000, $100,000, and then when it 10x's to $1 million, it's very it's scary that how quickly it could get away from us. So that's what I'm trying to do, is to try to get on board as much Bitcoin as possible before it does take off to that $1 million. I want to have at least if I can have a half a Bitcoin, and if it goes to $1 million, well, guess what? I've got $500,000, and that would be pretty cool, right? Okay, so guys, let's flip these cryptos into some news. All right, so we just saw Bitcoin again, all-time high today, $52,640. Okay, we're currently right now it went back down to $51,926. Okay, we're seeing a fundamental support of Bitcoin at 48,000. This is from Glassnode Analytics. They're saying that a $48,000 Bitcoin is the new $35,000 Bitcoin, and that $35,000 Bitcoin was only like a month ago. So that's insane, right? The 50K level will form a solid level without any major correction. Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, says that there's no more 80% pullbacks like we saw in 2017. It went up to 20,000 and then dropped 80%, basically down to $4,000. The volatility, he explains, is not the same. He further explains it's like when Bitcoin ran up to 40,000, when we saw that, by December, and it traced back down to 30K. He explains that was only a 25% pullback and not a retracement, and not an 80% retracement. So, again, MicroStrategy, they're planning on buying another $900 million worth of Bitcoin, and they're going to borrow that money with 0% interest, and they're going to make huge profits. I mean, again, they've already they pretty much bought like $1.2 billion worth of Bitcoin that's worth like $3.5 billion. So they basically almost tripled their money. So that's insane, right? And that backs my point of what I'm doing. I don't know if you've kind of caught like some of the last videos that I've done with the Nexo. I'm trying to I'm looking into it. I'm doing these loans. I actually did the loans, and I'll kind of show you in a little bit what I did. But that basically what I'm doing is I'm taking a loan based off the cryptos. I have about 60%. You can get a line of credit about 60% of what you put on their exchange, and there it's not 0% interest, but that would be great. But it's like about 11% annually. But with a $600 loan, it's only about $6 a month. So I'm basically getting another 60% of what I'm putting into it, and then I'm borrowing that money It's costing me $6 a month, and I'm gonna reinvest that now, which I already did. I'll show you, into some other smaller altcoins, and hoping that they pump. So if one of them just has to go up $6 or make me $6 for the day, I've covered my interest for the entire month. Okay, so I'll show you that in a little bit. All right, so some financial analysts are predicting Bitcoin by the end of 2022, excuse me, to be $250,000. That's amazing, right? Max Keisner's he changed his short-term prediction from Bitcoin going from 65,000 to 77,000. Based on growing supply shock issues as coins are removed from the exchanges, and he changed his long-term to be $220,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2021. So that's even more insane, right? So like we're only like what, 9-10 months away from there. So that's why, guys, we gotta flip these cryptos. We gotta invest in these smaller coins that have potential to 2x, 3x, 4x, 10x. Flip that profit, or even flip that whole coin into like Ethereum, because we'll get into Ethereum. Ethereum's gonna pop to $2,000 and $2,500 soon, and possibly 5K, and then bam, once that happens, flip those profits into Bitcoin, and then hodl the Bitcoin, because when we have that big, wait for that big payday. So that's gonna be insane, right? So more exciting news you can hear. BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, confirms that they are starting to dabble in Bitcoin. They currently manage $7 trillion of money. I mean, is that $7 trillion of assets, right? So if they invest just 1% of the 7 trillion into Bitcoin, right? Because a lot of these new firms are investment firms are talking about, okay, we should put at least 1%, but now they jumped it up to 5%. But if they put in just the 1% of 7 trillion, that's 70 billion, not million, billion dollars. Lost the dollar, just kidding. $70 billion, okay, into Bitcoin. That would just, wow. I mean, that would do amazing things for the cryptocurrency world in general, but definitely for Bitcoin and us who are holding Bitcoin, right? Okay, anyway, so back to ETH just hit, Ethereum just hit all-time high, $1,928. That's amazing. We're seeing a surge. If we see a surge above 920, analysts are saying that we could hit a 2K ETH, and if the bulls manage to push above the 2,000 K mark, then the next level, pressure level, will be a $2,500 Ethereum. Okay, so that would be insane. So anyways, guys, I'm going to show you in the next part of the video how I'm flipping these cryptos, into a higher, the higher, more popular cryptos like Ethereum, and then into Bitcoin as well. So guys, stay tuned, and we'll flip these cryptos together. All right, guys. All right, guys. So we are back. Now into Coinbase. Let's take a look at this while this loads up. Okay, so let's take a look at some prices. All right, so we see Bitcoin 51,940, Ethereum, wow, all-time high 1,937, Polkadot 31.99, Cardano's down, it was 88 cents. What else we got here? XRP 54 cents, Litecoin 226, Chainlink going up, Stellar Lumens, XLM 50 cents, Dogecoin holding steady there. Uniswap, Aave, Cosmos 23.28, EOS, again, this is it's kind of holding steady. These are some to look out for. VeChain, it's 5 cents. You can't buy it on Coinbase, but you can buy it on crypto.com. I'm looking to get into that soon. Dash, Graph, there's another one. A couple other different ones that we're looking at. Algo 141. These are some. Again, these are like, they talk about Sushi Swap. But these you gotta buy on other sites, other exchanges like crypto.com. Let's keep taking a look at these. These are a couple different ones. Let's see, Nexo. This is the wallet app that I was talking about. So take a look at that. I'll leave a link in the description. CeeLo. This is another one we're looking at. A couple of different ones. Loopring. Take a look at this one. OMG. So these are just different ones. Let's take a look at now my portfolio, and we'll see what we did last night. Okay, let's take a look at this. As you can see, I have 0.46 ETH in my account, and then the other day I had like 1.46 ETH. But what I did was I transferred money from my ETH wallet to the Nexo app, where I still hold like one ETH there, so I still have the same amount of ETH. But I've taken a loan out on it. I'll explain that in a second. But anyways, these are basic. So what I did was I basically now took the loan out, and then I transferred it back into USD coin on Coinbase, and then I converted it over to all these other coins. So let's take a look at my portfolio now. So you see we still have, we have our ETH here. Bitcoin, it's starting to go up again. I'm starting to build that up again. But these are the ones I invested in. OMG, put like 50 bucks in there. Graph, CeeLo, take a look at these. You're gonna see like how I choose these is let me give an example. I look at the all-time history. Let this load up for 1 second. Okay, just click here, you click all-time history, and I see what it was in the past. Okay, so if we look back, this will give me the dates. This will kind of show you in 2017-ish, this got all the way up to, give it a second, I'm sorry, this phone is not, $1.66, and now we are at 40, this is like, it's like around 44 cents right now. So that's kind of how I determine like, hey, this could potentially 4x. So I have some money in there right now, and as it goes up in profit, I can, instead of selling the whole thing, I can just convert the profit into Ethereum or into Bitcoin. So the same thing with some of these other coins, Bancor. This is another one. Let's take a look at this one. Again, I go into all. I take a look at what this was in the past and what it could potentially go up to. Let's click on all. Did I click on all already? Okay, so hey, maybe this wasn't that. Oh yeah, take a look at this. It was 23.73 at one time, right? And now it's 5.76. So this has a large potential to definitely go up. This is just taking like a little while. Let's see if I can go into the month. Here we go. Let's click on all. There we go. So at one point it was $23.73, and we were at 5.76. Yes, this can, 5x. Give us 1 second. Yeah, so like I was saying, take a look at what the all-time history was, and you're gonna see what potentially this particular crypto can go up to. So it's not 100%, but it is a possibility, and that's kind of how I determine which coins, and especially if they're on the Ethereum platform, a lot of these are definitely going up. Again, take a look at some of these, and you will see, click on the all, and I pretty much put about $50 in each one of them. Some are $1, some are this. Look at this. This was like 2 cents at one point, and has potentially mooned. You gotta be careful with some of these, because like it's already kind of, I think this is, look, it had already hit the all-time high. Let me see. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, I think it was like 50 cents at one point or something like that. Or over here, it had hit like 50 cents for around there. So, who knows? Maybe it'll go to moon to $2. Who knows? We'll see. But that's kind of what I do. And then I'll look every day at this point. I just did this last night, so it hasn't really gone, a lot of them haven't gone up yet. What I'll do is, for example, let's say this one's stellar, okay? What I'll do is I'll see what I purchased it at, and it'll kind of tell me right over here. Let's go to trade. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I'll go to my XLM wallet, and let's see how much I bought this for. And I paid about, look, it's kind of still the same, so it hasn't really done. Hopefully this will do the next site. $47, and look, it's $47.56, 52 cents I bought it, so I'm up 4 cents, no big deal. But let's say, for example, it went up like $2 or $3, okay? Then I would do that method that we should do with the Cash App, with the Bitcoin. I would click, but this, I would click trade. I would click convert XLM to, let's say I want to put, $3 into Bitcoin or Ethereum. And then I would click here, and it'll show you that what the fees. Look, there's 0 Coinbase fees, and I can convert that $3 into Bitcoin. So I start to build up the Bitcoin. So that's what I'm talking about. Flipping these cryptos is, so I'm investing in these smaller coins, and as they go up in value, I am then taking either just the profit that I'm making, or if it moons 2x, 3x, 10x, I could convert that whole coin into Ethereum, or I could put it right into Bitcoin. So it's kind of like, these smaller coins are working for me every day. Some are going to go up, some are going to go down, and I will start using those profits because they have a high volatility rate that they can 10x, and then I can, let's say I have like $100 in one, and a 10x, that becomes $1,000, right? How great would that? Now, if I had the same $100 in Bitcoin, in order to get to $1,000, Bitcoin would have to 10x to $500,000 right now. That wouldn't be good, especially if we didn't have a whole Bitcoin, or at least a large sum of it. So that's kind of why my strategy in doing this and investing in the smaller coins can really pay off, because again, they have a high volatility rate to go up to those 5x or 10x possibilities, or even more. So the more of those smaller coins you have, the more possibility that one or two of them can do that, right? And you'll have more money, and you just keep doing the same exact thing again. So that's exactly what I'm doing now, and hopefully we'll see in the next couple days that some of these are definitely going up in value or mooning. Okay, so that's basically it right there, and I'll kind of show you back into the Nexo wallet app. Okay, the what I have, how I converted it, and what I have going on in here. Okay, so here we are in the Nexo wallet, and you can see right here. Let's see if I click on this, or I'll have to go to wallet. So ETH, here we go. So I had moved all my ETH over from Coinbase into here. So see, I have like 1 ETH right here plus the 46 or 47. So I basically have like 1.5 ETH right now. So now that it's in this account, what I was able to do, you can see right here, they gave me a credit line of $1,172, right? Which I basically, click borrow here, and then you have to, basically, there's different ways to do this, but once you would have to, you can send it to your bank, but it could take a couple days. But the quicker way to do it is to convert it to USD coin, which you have that in your Cash App. Your Coinbase wallet. There's, and you have to make sure that you trade from, Ether to Ether, or, make sure when you pull up the wallet information, that you're getting the exact address from the from USD coin, and not from Ether or Bitcoin wallet, just because you will lose your money. It's gone into the abyss. You will never get it back. So you just have to be very careful with how to do that. I'm going to try to make a video soon, doing the whole Nexo wallet and transferring and all that stuff. But if you have any questions, you definitely ask me, and I'll kind of answer them for you as well. So what I did was I took this line of credit, I transferred it over to Coinbase, back into the USD coin, and then I maneuvered it from there. But I had about $600 that I put back, and that's the $600 that you see in all those different coins. I put about like $50, or in about 11 of them, 11 or 12 different coins, and to grow. And that's basically to take the profits, convert it, and then to start building up the my Ethereum and my Bitcoin. But that's what's really great about this Nexo app, is that you can actually take. They'll allow you to borrow like about 60 or 66% of what your balance is. And so as this goes up in value, guess what? As Ethereum goes up in value, so will this change, and the same vice versa. If it goes down, this also goes down as well. I just figured out the interest, how this works. You actually have to. The only way that you get interest is if you take this out and put it into another wallet account in here. But then it kind of lays dormant. It doesn't really go up in value in their exchange per se. So, but that's how you'll yield interest. It basically just sits there, and then I guess if Ethereum doubled, you're still gonna own one entire Ethereum coin. So if you put it back into the exchange, and if let's say Ethereum's $4,000, this should also be $4,000. So I'm assuming, but I don't know why they want you to take this out and then put it into this other wallet so that you can earn interest. But it's very minimal. It's like 6% again, probably on this. I mean, it might be like $12 a month, But I will try to experiment with this and see. I'm going to try to transfer some just to see how exactly how that works. But that's pretty much it, guys. So I just want to show you, where I'm at in my journey and what I'm doing, and I try to guys keep you updated, because again, what I'm trying to do is flipping these cryptos into more popular cryptos that can, that have potential to 2x, like Ethereum, and then also, back into Bitcoin, which we can definitely see, possibly 100,000 in a couple of months, maybe 200,000 by the end of the year. So we definitely want to get as many cryptos into flipping into larger cryptos like Ethereum, and then finally buying as much Bitcoin as we can and hodl the Bitcoin, because we're not going to see a $20,000 Bitcoin again. I don't believe so, or maybe not even a $35,000 Bitcoin. So that's pretty much it, guys. All right, guys. Again, thank you so much. Please please subscribe. If you want to leave me a comment, or if you want to contact me through Instagram, I'll answer a lot of questions there. It's Bitcoin Kid USA. All right, guys. Have a great day, and let's flip these cryptos.